How's it going, everyone, and welcome back. So, for today, I thought I'd be doing something a little bit different. It's not a normal video that I'm used to be doing, but I thought it'd be interesting if I made this. So, this is basically a video of how I make my YouTube videos. Just thought some of you asked a couple points over the last couple months how I make my videos. So, this is a simple process and guide into the life of how Epic Meat makes his videos, I guess. So anyway, the first thing you want to know is that you want to have an idea of what you want to do. So, I know I gotta clear out some of this stuff. I got too much crap in my captures, but we'll get back to that later. Anyway, let's start with something simple. If I want to do something with this, the classic blue background filter that I've used in my earlier videos, and really it's very simple, just basic blue background text, nothing original. And you might see from most of my videos I use the shadow text, which technically I like to use. I don't like to go anything too fancy, and it's got a bunch of options here that I can do. So if I want, this is what I use for my earlier videos. If I want to type something like, let's try Marmar is marvelous, I guess, something like that. So anyway, you can see I can change whatever color I want the font to be. Usually I choose red. That's my second option if white isn't always the best. Let's see. You change the what font you want to use, size. Of course, I don't tend to play around with this. Neither this either, but I don't tend to play around with any of that. So, but here's something I do like to do. Normally, if you've watched some of my recent videos, you'll notice that I use something called fade in. And as you can see, sometimes I do this, I put it on here, at least accordingly. It'll go something like that. Or as you can do in animation, you can do multiple different ones. I like to use fade out most of the time. Sometimes I like to use the zoom in one. I don't typically like to use that one. You can see it just zooms out like that, but it's nothing really too major. So what else? Overlay. Let me get something. So I delete that off. And this is where I get all my files and stuff. So I said before, I got too much stuff in here. So let's pick something random. If I can find something, here we go. The Leap of Faith, one of my favorites. So let's put that in here. And the first thing I like to do off the bat, take down the volume. That you'll see with most of my clips, I like to do this. I don't typically like to show the volume. I just take it off because it's irritating. It's a little pointless, unless if I want to show the volume, but typically I don't like to do that. But as you can see, the clip's only like a couple seconds long, and normally when I want to do an analysis of something, I usually like to trim down the speed of how it's played. So say if I want to put it down to 50, it lengthens it out, and once I play it, it's very slow, so that way I can analyze it further. If I want to go even further, I can do this and just analyze it even better from that. But there's something else I like to use. Before I do that, you can also do a verse, which I don't think it's that helpful, to be honest, but just testing it out. You can see it continues to backtrack a bit over time. Something interesting. Okay, here's what I like to do for most of my clips. So sometimes if I don't want to use clips that I get, I like to take them down to photos. So let me show you what I'm talking about. So I go into photos here. I see See, I see the clip I want to use. So I just go to save photos, and as you can see, it takes it frame by frame. Since I have it in slow motion, it takes it frame by frame. So if I want it on a specific frame, I can just do it like so. Like that. And if I can find it, you can see it's number 3. I have a couple of these. So I just go back in, and if I can find it, I like to do this. Where the heck is it? Right here. Okay. See, in my videos sometimes, or earlier in my videos, I would just stop them like this. And one thing I like to do, this is very crucial when it comes to analyzing. Say if I want to look at this raindrop a bit more closely, right here. So, crop tool, a very helpful tool that I've used in the past, and it's hit me a lot of wonders, to be honest. So, if I want to take a look at this raindrop here, I just get it to wherever I need to be. Apply, there you go. Now you get a better idea of what you're looking at. Still, and of course we all know it's Chase in that raindrop. I mean, a lot of people were theorizing it was his hat, it was something else, it was something completely different. I mean, I don't know. What else? Pan and zoom I normally don't use. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. Where is it? So let me just take this out again. That's okay. You know what? Delete that. Just put it back in. So say if I wanted to, like, you know, zoom in on something. Don't use this. I don't normally use this, but okay. So I like do this. There you go. Might use that in the future. Might use that at some point. What else do I use? Okay. Arrows. Sometimes I use this, but I've seen a lot of people use arrows in their thumbnails at some point, so I might think about that, but and speaking of thumbnails, I'll get into that in a second. None of this I rarely ever use. Oh, and you want to know how I put my music in? Well, let's take a look at a random, you know. Let's see, which one is it? Aha. Cryptic Castle. I think it's one of my. You'll hear it in. No wait, it was the other one. Hold up. Which one is it? Oh, it was Glyphic Canyon. That's it. From Shadow the Hedgehog. If you hear this track before in most of my earlier videos, if you were around for them. You'll hear it sound. I know you probably can't hear it, but it sounds something like that. We're watching. So let's see if I wanted to make a sample here down to, let's say, 25 seconds. And I'm gonna do a sample here. Let's see, let's add something random. Something like that. So I do it like this, and then go back down, put this in, and if I know what I'm doing, crop the raindrop. Okay, so there. This is being cooperative a little. There we go. Action inside the raindrop. Normally I don't like to do this, but it looks not bad. Of course. And of course I'll add the background music. You probably can't hear it, as I am doing this on computer, so probably won't hear the background music, but this is typically what I do here most of the time. There's more to it than that, but this is something a little basic. Anyway, I just go over and yeah. So if I just want to title it as let's try Leap of Faith sample video. And of course I have it in the highest resolution, of course, for that high quality content, as always. Okay, so if I wanted to do, so here's how I usually do my thumbnails. So I go in, save photos like before. This is not normally how I do it, but this is just an example. So I take this scene here, put it in. That's what I typically do, but let me find. Where is it? So normally I have this saved as a. I have this saved under, where is it? Intro. There it is. Okay. I don't save it. This was like a couple months ago. I haven't saved it. So normally what I would do is that I would put the title of the video up top, my name at the bottom to show that it's by me, just to get that emphasis across that, you know, so it's me who's done the video. Just trying to make it stand out, you know, among the other ones. So let's do this one here. So delete. Check that in there. So if I were saying something like this, analyzing Chase Leap of Faith scene, Paw Patrol movie. Now it's something like that, and then that's the thumbnail. So I would put that in there. And like before, go up to photos, and now normally I would go to the very first frame, because for some odd reason you can't have a thumbnail with over a couple megabytes. I think maybe it's 2, and usually if you go any further than like 5 or 10 like seconds of frames, it will put it over 2 megabytes. So I found the best way to do it is just put it at 0 at the very beginning. That's how I always do it. Anyway, now if this will load anytime soon. So I go to oh, there's a box blocking my my view there, so I can't get to this thing. So upload, and I would type in whatever the see. No, that's not it. What would I it's saved as. No, it's not important. I'll just put a random one. I'll just put the Leap of Faith extended, because why not? So I would go down to intro. The last one I have is 60. I don't delete these anytime soon. So I put a description, title of the videos, whatever. The description there, I normally don't. It's not basic. No, it's not for me. For kids, of course. And put it on public or schedule it if I want to put it in the next day. So, and there you have it. That's normally how I make videos. I know it's a little rusty, but it's the best I can come up with. But hope you enjoyed learning a little bit about how your boy makes content. So anyway, thank you all for watching. I'll see you all again next time. Goodbye.